Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. As a matter of fact, today I'm featuring a channel that's overdue for being featured again. Unstable TV Shorts is what we're looking at. This is the second channel from a couple of creators who are literally on a trajectory to the moon right now with their success in their YouTube journey. This is Danielle and James. They make up Unstable TV. They've started a channel dedicated specifically to shorts. And all you have to do is hit the Shorts tab, go through a bunch of their content. I'm starting, of course, with the most popular. But you can see, first of all, this is a very dynamic couple. The chemistry that the two have together comes across on camera, and I almost can't imagine anybody not wanting to follow these creators. They're active on the other social networks like TikTok and Instagram, doing well there as well, but they are always having fun. They're always looking for trends, looking for fun things that they can do in their content, and this is coming through in their shorts now. You're going to get an idea of why I'm so excited about this channel, these creators, and their story when I get to their original channel. Right here on Unstable TV Shorts, you're going to find 345 subscribers, 219 shorts videos so far, but they've already cracked the 10,000 mark when it comes to the views, and they're experimenting with different things all the time. When I get to their original channel, Unstable_TV, you're going to find Danielle and James in their original channel, which we have been so lucky to have been able to watch grow from its very start. Let me just look at their About page for a quick second. So November 22nd, 2019 is when they started. Not that long ago when you think about it, but over the last couple of years, they have really hooked into some serious success for themselves, now cracking well over 20,000 subscribers. And you can see when we start getting into their videos here, especially in the popular, when we sort them by popularity, they're getting into the hundreds of thousands of views now. That is likely going to continue. So one of the things that they got into a while back was reactions, and we featured this channel a long time ago. But these creators have really hooked into experiments that have seen great success, but they're constantly trying different things, and they're a perfect example of a very legitimate effort in trying to find things to please their audience and to grow their audience and grow their channel, in that they're constantly trying new things. Not every single thing flies out the door. Not every video gets 10,000 views and more, although many of them, many of them do here. Now, these creators hooked into reactions. Not anybody can just do a reaction video and have it fly. That's not how that works. But because these creators put so much time and effort into presentation, not to mention their fun, dynamic personalities together and separately on camera, along with the ideas of the different types of reactions that they've hooked into, have just seen this channel explode, if that makes sense. I'm very excited to be talking about them. To be honest with you, I thought I featured this channel already because I had meant to. So we featured Unstable TV, and what I mean to say is when I talk about Unstable TV Shorts, I had thought I'd already, when I was looking for a channel to feature, I thought I'd already featured them. But I realized I had waited a little while to let them get a little bit of success under their belts before bringing them on. I don't always do that. We've had channels as early as, I think, 25 or 50 subscribers, and channels all the way up into the thousands, of course, featured on Tuber Chat. The importance is not the sub numbers or the numbers of any kind. It's the generosity that I see in the creators, both inside and outside of the Tuber Chat, live streams and family and community that makes me feature channels. We do it every single day on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, which you have seen. We do that so that you can meet loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. When I talk about the idea, I thought I'd already featured this channel, it's because these creators not only are fun, they engage conversation everywhere they go, they're out supporting others all the time, they're having fun with their YouTube journey, and they offer to share their knowledge and experiences so that others can benefit from their stories as well. Thank you, Home Bartending with John, for the highlighted milestone message. I know this is a longer introduction than I usually give, but these creators have just been over the top generous when it comes to the idea of sharing their story, their experiences, and things that we can all likely learn from on both of their channels now. So welcome everybody, and thank you for your patience while we get started. For anybody that's brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I've got quite a few names on our wheel right now. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has just been added. He's actually got a handful of different channels. Let me just make sure that when I get to him, we get to Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder 2.0. It's one of about 4 or 5 channels that he's got. I've got quite a full wheel right now. Michael's Adventures, of course, sends his regards. He's a dear friend and here as a beloved and dedicated moderator every day that he can be. But he is off working today. He'll likely be back with us on the weekend. He always makes sure that I give everybody his regards. Scratch and PPA, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube now, is in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. Of course, he is another beloved and dedicated moderator, as well as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least. Woman Outdoors and Home Bartending with John were both early in the door. Canadian Family Life and Embarkation Nation were both here before we started, along with Yellow Shirt Dad and the Fix-It Lady. I also saw Lisa J. Stocks and Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs in the chat, along with Jason Keto, just Jason Keto, and It's D. I've got all of those names on the wheel already. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. The Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator, and so I've got them on the wheel now as well. And then Together We Travel, I know, has been here from the beginning, so thank you for that. Coffee, walks, and whatever. It's good to have you back. Dude Classic is actually a longtime friend with a new twist on his channel. Fifi's Journey is also a longtime friend. Lark's Homesteadish is somebody who's streaming every single day, sometimes almost 24 hours a day. Let's talk about, Let's Talk About It with Anita has been a friend of over 3 years now, since before Tuber Chat even started. Nitro Freak is in the house. Good to see you here. I actually ran into Nitro Freak again the other day on a channel I didn't know we were both connected to. Fry TV was somebody who was restreaming some of my convoy content, and I saw Nitro Freak in there. And it's interesting to see creators supporting others even outside of your own community, right? We all have communities building around our YouTube channels, and it's great to see people supporting others, running into each other in odd places and things like that. Rushing Wind Mountain, good to see you here. Sleepy Time Productions is in the house. Yarn Barf is a longtime friend, and I hope you'll look at their About page when you connect with them so you can see that Yarn Barf is actually a thing. I was kind of amazed when I first learned about it from our friend Yarn Barf, but I don't forget that story either. Kicking It with the Rooks is going to get added to the wheel. They happen to be a member. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I see the Tinfoil Bunker is here. Thank you for coming in. Pardon me for anything I've missed in the chat. I've missed everything that's happened in the chat up until now. I try to usually do a little bit of a better job, but between my speech about our friends Unstable TV from Ireland and our introductions, I've missed anything. So if you mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see that I missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Yarn Barf, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we'll look at that channel first before I start spinning the wheel. Another fellow Canadian, Call Me V, is in the house, and I'm hoping within the next month or two we're actually going to cross paths in an in real life meetup. Mommy Groovy, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Rosalind Brinson is being added to the wheel. Kicking it with Rooks is there now. Hopefully I haven't missed any of our members. But we'll try to stay on top of that. Odom's Homestead is in here. Another creator who's out supporting others all the time. And we're going to start spinning the wheel in another moment. But again, we feature a different channel every single day on Superchat for the first 5 or 10 minutes of the stream. And this is the second time these creators have been featured. But again, it's because of their generosity, my friendship with them. I always enjoy getting to know creators behind the scenes. And if you would like to reach out on another social network, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. But I wanted to show this channel to everybody because it's in its early stages still, right? These creators have got a couple of years under their belt now on YouTube, but with their main channel now way past 20,000 subscribers, almost at 21,000. I'm sure we all can understand that there's much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by. And it's just heartwarming to me when I meet creators who are experiencing success that are still willing to turn around and share that knowledge with others so that they can succeed as well. That's certainly the case here with Unstable TV and their second channel. M&T Living and Cooking, I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now. And, as promised, we are going to put up Yarn Barf onto the screen before we start spinning. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Rock Chick Beauty, forgive me, I didn't say hello yet. I saw you come in earlier. She's here from the UK and has been a friend of over 2.5 years as a minimum, actually. GJ Journeys, good to see you here as well. When we look at Yarn Barf, like I said, if you head this channel and head over to the About page, you'll get an idea of exactly what Yarn Barf is, because it is a thing. And then I know I'm behind, so I'm going to take your latest video, Crochet Blind Challenge. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, and it's a playlist can be a great tool. Again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other in the chat, just please simply say I am willing to swap playlists. And Yarn Barf is going to talk about fiber crafts and crochet, for instance, but this is a creator who's out supporting others all the time. We've been friends now, I believe, for probably 1.5 years, and it might be longer, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that. And Yarn Barf is always supporting others, always engaging conversation. I make a very big deal about that, because when you engage true conversation in any chat, you are doing a great service for the host, whether it's a premiere or a live stream, sending in true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm, of course. Parge Jen is in the house. I'm about to get you on the wheel as a member. And then as well, Mama 4 Boys is here as a member also. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. This is really funny today, because I just mentioned on Tuesday when we were here that Scratch and PPA can wait sometimes well in excess of 2.5 hours to get onto the screen, even though he's in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom every single day. And this might be the first time ever that Scratch and PPA is the very first channel chosen from the Wheel of Doom. Somebody in a chat earlier, I think it was in Rambling with the Brooms, was talking about wishing Scratch and PPA would win a couple of $1 million. And maybe the odds are in your favor today. So Scratch and PPA, if you're planning on buying tickets, today might be the day. Curzo, good to see you in the house. The Astute Tourist, good to have you here as well. I caught them for a live stream the other day. And Unidentified S4, that's Anthony. And he is well beyond 9,000 subscribers. So another channel we have to learn from for sure, and an extremely dynamic host, actually. And then we're looking at Scratch and PPA. So thank you one more time, Yarnbar, for that super chat. We put that channel up right away. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Phase Yoda Phase King is a longtime friend. Good to see you here. And Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. So I did mention this creator being a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least. He is literally one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my almost 6 years on YouTube now. Lexo Motorsports, good to see you in the house. They're a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel. One of the things you'll notice about Scratch and PPA is that he posts with perfect consistency. And hello, Pedrosa Travel. Scratch and PPA puts out his videos every single Tuesday without fail at 12:15 Eastern, and has for over 2 years. Some of us set alarms on our phones and text each other to make sure that we don't miss his premieres, because they are very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. I believe that a big part of that is because of the support that he gives to others. He is literally the reason why I started using the words "seems to be everywhere all the time" to describe him and a few other extremely supportive creators, because they literally seem to be everywhere all the time. What the Flock is in the house. Cruisevet Adventures, I've got you on the wheel as well. And Scratch and PPA brings us an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching in his content. So he pits 2 lottery scratch tickets against each other, and we get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video. And we can do that on Facebook, Twitter, and or Instagram, which of course I do, and it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. Oh, and then, pardon me, so Yarnbarf is just asking a question about running playlists. Is it true that you have to clear your history? So while I know that that is a thing that sometimes people want to do to try to give each other extra watch time, I certainly don't want to encourage it. I would rather somebody spend the time to find somebody new to swap playlists with, because it takes the same amount of effort as making the arrangement with somebody you've already swapped with to do it again. But I've never bothered to experiment in that way to see if running somebody's playlist twice after clearing the red lines is going to help. I just don't do it. So not that there's anything wrong with it, and if somebody wants to correct me and experiment with that and say that it absolutely works, then that's fine. But we just don't do that. Fun time, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Our instructions are always in our video descriptions, so that you can meet as many friends and family members here as you would like to. And then, yeah, lots of channels have lots of playlists. Some of us, Michael's Adventures will say this, instead of actually making arrangements to swap playlists, what we might say is, you know, we'll give you a playlist to swap with, but we're just going to hit the play all. Now, Scratch and PPA's rearranged his front page, so he's got specific playlists here, and he marks the times, which is a really cool idea, because he's the first person I've seen do that ever. And I think that's a great idea when you're thinking about swapping playlists. But usually what we do is just get to somebody's videos on the homepage and just hit the play all. I just run somebody's entire channel, or for as long as I can. You're going to have to pardon me. I need a moment. We'll be back in 3 minutes, and we'll talk more about Scratch and PPA and start spinning the wheel. All right, pardon me for that. We usually don't break so early. I did have to run away for a quick second. I'm actually streaming from where I work right now, not home, so you never know what's going to come up. I know a few channels did come in, so Gloria's Platter and Gail's Southern Living, both of those creators are incredibly supportive, dear friends to Tuber Chat and to me and to us. So thank you both for being here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I know that also My Flock is Everywhere, the Gaming Ham, and the Bullock Experience have come in. They're all members, so we put them on the wheel. Sister Winnie's here, and she will motivate us in a spiritual way, of course, or I mean to say inspire us in a spiritual way. And forgive me for anything else that I have missed. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message, both from the Gaming Ham and from Odom's Homestead. Lark's Homesteadish, yes, everywhere, all the time. And then definitely would be considered a rock star. So we were talking about Scratch and Pete PA, and this creator, we talked about their content, we talked about their premieres. If you can make it to one of those, you're going to find a live chat that runs even faster than Tuber Chat, faster than most you've seen in our family. And it's also very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. But you'll notice as well that presentation has always been on the forefront of Scratch and PPA's mind, because he's got this bright, beautiful avatar that matches the thumbnails, which of course include content and a bit of a hint to let you know that he does giveaways in his video series. And then his banner is updated every week to match, along with the fact that his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video well over 2 years ago. So I'm going to spin the wheel, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Scratch and PPA. We'd love to push him towards the 1,600 subscribers we know he must be thinking about. Just Jason Keto's coming up right now, and this creator is going to motivate us with healthy eating and healthy living, the ideas behind a keto-based diet more than anything else, with a lot of guests on the channel, both in videos and live streams. I was very lucky to have caught a premiere the other day. Bumby Selby is another friend who has been with Tuber Chat and a friend of mine for well over 3 years, since before Tuber Chat even started, as a matter of fact. And then hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. Like I said, I did step away, so if anybody mentioned anything that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. And that should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open now and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Just Jason Keto says, eat real food, lift heavy things, and thrive. This is another fellow Canadian. And when we get into their videos, I see that they've got another premiere. This looks like a clip off of a live stream. And this will be today, actually, in just a few hours, a couple hours after Tuber Chat. Now, he's got some shorts videos as well, and these are starting to really pop. Is this still going? This one here is at 22,000 views, which is great, and many more into the thousands. He's going to show us how to make some delicious-looking, healthier stuff than I usually eat, which is great. I'm hoping to take motivation from some of what I learned from Just Jason Keto and their guest the other day on the premiere that I caught. But he's doing this kind of thing all the time. Some product reviews on the channel. He's going to help us understand how to get more value out of some of the things we might already be purchasing or planning to cook. So for the idea of making healthy snacks, healthy meals, healthy choices when it comes to that, always based on a keto type plan. And then live streams are frequent. So I'm sure he's going to pick these up again shortly. They seem to have been happening at least once a week. And then Fazio to Face King still in the house. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then let's, you gotta go to the kitchen. Yarn Barf has to go to the kitchen. Right while we're talking about Just Jason Keto and looking at some of his thumbnails. That's somewhat ironic, right? Holly's Adventures, good to see you here. And then if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. The gaming ham is up right now. They're just popping in quickly, but I really do appreciate every moment that everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every single day or for 2.5 hours every time we stream, so I do appreciate every moment, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up, or for our friends running the stream in the background, because I know that happens as well. The gaming ham has a couple of channels actually, and there's the Kid Wonder with his first channel. The Gaming Ham has 272 subscribers here, so he might be planning some different content here, but what we've found so far is a lot of video gameplay, and this is really cool because this creator is an advocate for the ham radio community, and this is where they came up with the name for their channel, The Gaming Ham. Not too long ago, they broke into some extra content with some 3D printing, and that actually prompted them to start a second channel. So the 3D Printing Wolf 1 is the name of their second channel, which I'm going to copy and paste into the chat here. You can also copy and paste that if you would like, or type it out, of course, to find them. I see Mona Did What is in the chat. You know, we all likely strive to improve all the time, and I can hear some of the things that I do now. You may not be aware of some of your bad habits, and they don't have to be bad, just habits that people are going to notice. But I notice I say things are very cool in almost every video that I make. I don't know how many times I say it here on Tuber Chat. That's just something I noticed lately. I've been editing more videos this year finally for myself than I usually do. I've been not too bad with consistency, and I hear it constantly, plus that tisk every time I'm about to say something. So I'll say the 3D Printing Wolf 1, and then when we get to their channel, and I don't know why I do that so often, but it's funny because when we think about the idea of improving our YouTube journeys and our YouTube channels and our videos and everything else, over time, you're going to improve a lot of the main things that matter the most, right? Spending more time in your analytics, spending more time on titles, descriptions, thumbnails, video editing, perhaps, special effects, and, you know, all the things we do. Once you start getting into the really picky things that are going to be improvements, that's one thing that will be helpful. For instance, I used to work in radio, right? And one of the jobs, even though I didn't do a lot of talking on the radio, I was coaching as a producer all the people who did talk on the radio. My job was to make radio commercials. And I can't tell you how many people start out with the bad habit of saying or constantly, right? And there's nothing wrong with it, because I promise you we all do it. I probably do it still to this day as much as everybody else, except for when I'm thinking about it. But it's something that happens common. If you can start to notice those tiny little things that you have going on, you'll find that little bit of, maybe 1% improvement in everything that you do every time. And over a long period of time, you're really going to start to see improvements that are going to impact the overall growth and strength of your channel, if that makes sense. So these are just ideas while we're talking about these things. So the 3D Printing Ham, a second channel from the Gaming Ham, 21 subscribers, definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'd love to encourage them and push this channel a little bit farther towards their first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us understand investments, particularly with fundamentals like dollar cost averaging, things like dividends, terminology, and here's a great idea for a video: saving for retirement without a 401k. Now, in different parts of the world like Australia and Canada, those might be called superannuation plans, or RRSPs is what we call them, registered retirement savings plans in Canada. They're similar. And this is something that is a great idea just because I see the word saving. in the title, right? And when we talk about the idea of monetization here on YouTube, I wish for everybody, first of all, to get what it is that you want out of YouTube. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be monetization. But I know that 99% of us or more are thinking about that. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the income or revenue that's going to come in from our YouTube channels and our businesses once we cross that milestone? So Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us understand ways now that we can help save for the purpose of investing. Saving and investments can be looked at very differently. And then they're going to describe to us a lot of the different aspects of investing. And I believe it's of great benefit for anybody to have as much financial information as possible, especially because most of us don't learn anything about it in school. We might think that we do, how to write a check or how to, do a bank withdrawal and things like that. But we're not talking about financial growth and the idea of saving and the idea of slush funds and like safety and protection and things like that. Lisa J. Stocks is one creator who will help us with some of this, and I believe it's in everybody's best interest always to get as much financial knowledge as possible, because even if you're not going to invest in the specific products you hear about the most from somebody like Lisa J. Stocks, it helps you make better informed decisions about the things you are going to do or the places you are going to put your money, right? And that goes for all of us, myself included. Baked with Miss Red, I got to put you on the wheel because you happen to be a member, but thank you for coming in. And Destination Fun is either on all the time or supporting people all the time. Destination Fun is somebody I have literally run into every day now since it's getting on weeks, but I forget how long ago we featured that channel just because of the impact she already had on the community here. But I run into her frequently. Now I hear myself saying 100 times. You're all going to hear it in yourself now that I said it for a couple of days. You don't have to worry about it. It's just something that we notice and over time start to fix. Hopefully, maybe. Home Bartending with John. You would think after 557 episodes of Tuber Chat I might have stopped saying by now, but no, not yet. Home Bartending with John has an interesting channel, and I was really drawn to this channel as soon as they came into the Tuber Chat family quite some time ago now, actually. And Home Bartending with John does a couple of different things. Now, first of all, there's a lot of reviews. You're going to find lots and lots and lots of different reviews as soon as you get there. These are exactly what you'd expect. He might be by himself. He might be bringing in a collaborator to help with the discussion. I'm just going to grab this and put it in my catch-up list like I did for Lisa J. Stocks there. I just want to stay caught up with everybody if I can. And Home Bartending with John will also do a lot of shorts videos. We see that these are really starting to move into the well over 1,000 views now. Live streams are something that might be an idea. They've experimented with that. But one of the things I find most compelling about this particular channel is that Home Bartending with John is going to teach us how to make some of the most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. You don't have to have an elaborate home bar setup like the impressive one that John's got in the background here, but you will be able to get different variations on recipes from this one creator. So often he will teach us how to make a specific drink with a quick and easy recipe if you just want something, fast to get together, or he might do a variation based on pop culture. A lot of times we see drinks in movies or television that have an interesting twist on a more traditional recipe, but he'll show us that too, with possibly more ingredients or more flavors. He takes requests on his channel. He's already done a couple for me, and then he also will bring us comparisons in different types of liquors or liqueurs. He might also bring us collections of cocktails, like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails and things like that. So I hope everybody will connect with him if you haven't already. Home Bartending with John is now at 336 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 400 he's thinking about. Not only is he out supporting creators all the time, I run into him constantly, but he also happens to be here in Tuber Chat every single day. Six Legs Judo Chop, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. She Stole My Thunder is in the house, and that's another fellow Canadian from the Montreal area. So thank you for being here. Oh, they're at work, actually, yes. She Stole My Thunder. Look at that luck. As soon as I mention you, I put you on the wheel, and you came up right away. Let's see what She Stole My Thunder has got going on right now. Hopefully the Wheel of Doom brings fun, if not frustration, to everyone. We never know how long it's going to take to get onto the screen once you're on the wheel. She Stole My Thunder talks to us about reviewing books, art, and movies. And they actually do a lot more on their channel while they do a lot of reviewing of books, art, and movies. I'm just going to take their latest video and put this into my catch-up list. Abs, bicycle, and coffee. Yes, I should do a little bit of all of that today. Coffee I've already had. It's the other things I struggle with. Jedi Cameron, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She Stole My Thunder has done that countless times, dropping super chats like that, so thank you for that. Very much appreciated. Absolutely unnecessary, of course. Brenelin Kimmy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. I think you've been here once before, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but it's good to have you in the chat. She Stole My Thunder is got a couple of Easter videos here, but you're going to find them taking us to either art galleries or museum-type areas, and they happen to be a photographer as well, so they talk about that in their videos. They do shout-outs occasionally for creators, which shows some generosity in them. Lots of stories to be told, and some helpful videos as well with the other social media networks. And then when we get into their shorts, they've started producing a few of these, so hopefully that will continue. And then their live streams can go just about anywhere, including a lot of storytelling or book reading. But one of the things that they have done recently is give us a video to show us how to make thumbnails with Canva, which is a free website and app that we talk about occasionally here as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to She Stole My Thunder, an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they're on the road towards 1,500 subscribers right now. Mona Did What is coming up next. Get to the Farm, good to see you here. I'm going to get I Want to Know onto the wheel. They happen to be a member, and we always put, much like Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water, we always put Get to the Farm and I Want to Know up together. And pardon me, I just spun the wheel. I might be ripping off somebody's chance again. Forgive me. I don't know if Scratch and PPA or anybody caught what I just did there. Sometimes I spin the wheel and then I end up typing on it right away. So the needle is on Destination Fun. Forgive me, I'm not 100% sure that that was the channel that came up. I think so. But we'll put that channel up for now, and then hopefully somebody will correct me if I'm mistaken. Oh, Mona Did What? Yes, thank you, Scratch and PPA. I should have known. It was right beside Destination Fun. But that's okay. Mona Did What will be up next. Thank you for that, Scratch and PPA. And I gotta try to not do that. I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody else, but luckily Scratch and PPA and our moderators he catches most of them, but between Scratch and PPA and our moderators, hopefully they catch all of them. Roadhog, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let me get you onto the wheel as well. Now, Destination Fun, like I said just a few moments ago, I run into them constantly now. They came into the Superchat family, and I believe, if I remember correctly, we met Destination Fun through Shanster Travels, and we've got quite a few travel channels, some of which have been with Superchat for a long time now, and some are new friends within just the last couple of months. But Destination Fun, the second they came into the door here in Tuber Chat, were right away engaging conversation, not just here, but everywhere they were connecting with other creators. They also always engage on their own channel, and when they're now simulcasting with different creators, like I believe Eddie Lugo Studios, Warmstrong Adventures, Destination Fun, it is Destination Fun, Shanster Travels, and a few others. Thank you, Sleepy Time Productions. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And then Destination Fun is going to bring us travel, particularly cruising. And I'm just going to take one of their latest videos here. I know this one's a bit shorter, but I'm going to take it anyway. And shorts videos, I just want to see how these are doing. They're getting into the thousands of views, which is great. The video editing on these is great too. I remember that. And then when we look at live streams, this is something they're doing frequently. So here they are with Shanster Travels. These two are together often, if not all the time. But then as well, we've seen Destination Fun on panel with other creators, and this is happening all the time now, especially since StreamYard added that new feature. So that's really cool. I'm always happy to see creators collaborating in any way. It's a wonderful way to grow your audience and to help others expand their audience as well. Mona Did What is coming up right now. I did spin the wheel earlier, and this is the channel that was meant to come up. If anybody would like to swap playlists, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mona Did What? Let's see what they've got going on their channel right now. They're at 845 subscribers, on the road to 900. And when we look at their About page, they talk about enjoying sewing scrappy quilts. And that's really cool. Their favorite sewing is bag making. They also love to make small projects such as mug rug, bowl cozies, and pot holders. So they'll give you more information when you get to their About page, but I'm just going to dig through their videos right now. This one's nice and long, so this is great. Yeah, giant bag, which is great because they said this is their favorite thing to do. So I'm going to put this video in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up a little bit, get you a few watch minutes there. When we look at the shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into the thousands of views, many of them, which is great. And then when we get into the live streams, these are something that happens, it seems, about once a week. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again very soon. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We've been here almost an hour now, not quite, and we still expect to be here for another couple of hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but I always try to move a little bit faster as the stream goes on. So we'll try to do that starting now. And Yellow Shirt Dad is coming up. This is another creator who's just come into the Tuber Chat family a couple of months ago, but has already had incredible impact on a lot of creators, including myself. So this is somebody who brings a lot of fun into all of our days. He brings a joke of the day, and these are always fun. I'm just going to hit his videos tab so you can see what I'm talking about here. I'm going to take the latest one from yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. And it's wonderful. They always seem to have perfect weather. How do you do that every day? And then when we dig through some of their older videos, you'll find a little bit more long form content. I haven't seen this one. A pinball museum. That's got to be interesting. To somebody like me, I'm a nerd and a geek, so of course I find that interesting. But you'll find a few more things where he's taking us for a look around and a story to be told. The joke of the day is where he's best known right now, but this creator's out collaborating with others all the time, and I really enjoy seeing the friendships that start to become between creators, and you see that in the conversations that people are having, both here in Tuber Chat and out in other live streams. I'm always happy to see that. Yellow Shirt Dad is really doing a great job of building up a reputation as somebody who's making a lot of people smile every day. He's got some shorts videos that are really doing well, also into the thousands of views, and this channel's growing very quickly. I'm not surprised because of the impact this creator's having on everybody, it seems, but he's on the road to 700 subscribers already. So I'm hoping we can push him just a little bit farther towards that milestone. Wazel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. If anybody anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And we're looking at Rosalind Brinson now. And this is another creator who makes frequent appearances here. I'm just going to have a quick look through their videos. I'm going to take your latest one. I'm assuming this is from the United States, but this will be interesting. Health Insurance 101. And I'm sure the concepts will apply in the most part to most of us anyway. I happen to be in Canada, that's why I mentioned that, but we've got people, of course, from around the world, as everybody does. Captain in the squad, good to see you here. That's one of my favorite things I think about YouTube as well, as opposed to, you know, I've been on social network my whole adult life, right? So in the beginning of Facebook and MySpace before that, and Friendster, and the other things like AOL and CompuServe, for those of you who even know what those are, and things like that. But it's so long since the earliest days that I start to run into people, we all do now, that are literally a global community around the world. And I think that Facebook and Twitter and things like that start with you, and they start to spider out from there, whereas you are the center of your own community, whereas YouTube, the community starts to build much differently. What comes to mind is the Knights of the Round Table, you know, kind of thing, if that makes any sense at all. I'm not sure while I'm saying it. It might not. Cricket208, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Rosalind Brinson is up right now. Some shorts videos as well. These are starting to crack over 1,000 views, which is great. Hopefully that continues. And then when we get into the live streams, we see that they're doing these frequently. It looks like about twice a week. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a little while. And then, like I said, I've got your latest video in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up. A bead artist, daughter, caregiver, businesswoman, host of the Bullock Experience. So hopefully everybody will check that out as well when you get there. She Stole My Thunder is gifting 5 memberships again. They've done that before. And my dear goodness, Wazel happens to be here right now, so I'm going to put them on the wheel. They just picked up one of those gifted memberships. If anybody has not already double-checked to see if you have your channel enabled to accept memberships, just please make sure that you look that up. Tales Told in the Dark is in the house. Garden State Gardener, Clock Family Adventures, Ghostly Winds from Australia, and Holly's Adventures picked up a gifted membership. We'll see if Holly's Adventures is still here. She was here earlier. VS Speaks Royally happens to be a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. I will open up the wheel to channels from our chat list after another long period of time. The secret to getting onto the wheel as quickly as possible is always conversation in the chat. I have a robot in the background that keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. Oh, Pedrosa Travel. Okay, forgive me, Scratch and PPA. I keep asking you to do this, but if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you again to give us the description of how to do that. I forget if it's through the join button. You got to click the 3 dots, possibly. Scratch and oh, here it is, from a computer lab. Click the join button. Click the 3 dots on the top right. Now, see, here's a problem. It's going to be different for me than it is for you, because when I'm on the stream myself, it's not going to allow me to do the same thing. But when you click the join button, it should be a window like this, if I understand right. There's the 3 dots, and it'll give you the option. But Scratch and PPA just put the instructions in the chat. Pardon me while I do some. I'm going to do something that I need here. And then thank you for that. I'm just saving this because I'm going to try to, maybe I'll add it into Nightbot or something so that we can just type a word and it will come up. Dre Lasha, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And she stole my thunder. Thank you so much for that overwhelming generosity again. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Obviously, the recipients are going to be excited to have those memberships, and it's something you want to think about when, for anybody that is monetized or considering monetization. On a phone, you might just have to click around to see if it's possible. There was this thing they were doing for a quick moment that was putting up a message in the chat that say allow gifts, and I don't know where that went. So hopefully they either bring that back or figure something out for that. Dre Lasha, thank you for the highlighted milestone message, by the way. There's Unstable TV Shorts from Ireland. They are our featured channel for today. I hope, Unstable TV Shorts, that you'll go back and watch the first 10 minutes of the replay afterwards to hear all the pleasant things I said about you and both of your channels, Danielle and James. And then, yes, thank you, Roadhog. Thank you for thanking Pete for what he's doing in the chat to let everybody know. Yes, I do. Same thing for me. What the Flock. I'm into as many live streams as I can get into every day, and you have to remember every single time to click that live chat thing if you want to. The purpose of the live chat and, pardon me, I'm just going to show you. The purpose between the live chat and the top chat is just so that YouTube might not show you a few simple things. Like if somebody says, you know, like, I don't know, like good job or thank you or thumbs up and put some emojis and things like that. It might skip over some of those messages in a very fast-paced chat. Live chat makes sure that you see everything that comes through. And then we're looking at Rosalind Brinson. Now, pardon me, because I'm making mistake number, who knows? I think it's number 2, but it could be number 15 of the day. I'm not sure whether I actually spun the wheel that time or not. So I'll spin right now. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I did spin, and the next channel we're going to look at is Butler Family Farm. We'll come back in 3 minutes and talk about their channel. All right, we are about to look at 116 acres of homesteading and farming fun. So Butler Family Farm is another creator who seems to be here every single day, for which I'm grateful. And again, I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day. As long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. There's Joe from Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek as well. This is another creator who is incredibly motivating towards others. Abandoned Exploring Mike, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Abandoned Exploring Mike, I think it was your channel. You were doing something. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about this. I should look before I say anything. But I think the video that I watched yesterday or the day before was climbing into what looked like a tower. I think it was a church, if I remember right. And I'm one of these people. I wouldn't consider myself claustrophobic or anything like that, but I cannot get into really small spaces. Like the idea of I don't know how to explain, but having to if you had to fix the plumbing behind your washing machine or something like that, I have to push it as far away from the wall as possible because I don't want to be enclosed and things like that. But I forget whether I said anything about it or not, but definitely willing to explore places that I wouldn't be willing to. So for that reason, the channel is that much more entertaining. And a New Jersey Fishing Maniac, good to see you in the house. I've caught them on a couple live streams lately, actually, as well. And then Gaming Experience with Kelly might be having an expensive day. Every time we talk about having a car or a truck looked at, it usually comes with a bit of a overwhelming price tag. I don't wish that on anybody. Butler Family Farm, I consider in the homesteading community of channels, and I group a lot of creators and channels into that idea. What I'm talking about is farming, ranching, outdoor camping, bushcraft, homestead, even the fishing channels. There are a lot of outdoor channels that I group together when I talk about the homesteading community. And the reason why is because we see similarities in content from the creators, but as well we see similarities in the creators themselves, where they seem to be willing to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So I'm just going to grab this latest video, Small Space Garden, from Butler Family Farm. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list so I can stay caught up and hopefully not fall too far behind. When we look at their shorts videos, we see that these are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great, and live streams are something that they seem to be doing frequently, a few times a week. So when I hit the About page, we see that they are in Missouri on 116 acres, which is really interesting. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, and chickens, and then dogs and cats, of course, along with what we're going to find on the channel outside of the farming content: bowling, woodworking, fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gaming, and gardening, as well as some travel when they do that, which is really, really cool. They're incredibly supportive creators here in Superchat and everywhere that I see them out supporting others as well. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let me get you onto the wheel. Wings World Unlimited, good to see you in the house. And we will spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. So we still expect to be here for another hour and a half to 2 hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster as we go. I Want to Know is coming up, and that is a channel that I enjoy talking about for a specific reason. Now, I Want to Know is going to talk to us about the unexplained. They've readjusted and rejigged their About page a couple of times now to describe to us exactly what we can find when we get there. But there's a specific reason why I like talking about this channel. I'll mention it in a moment. James Gipe, thank you for the thumbs up. He's another friend who's been with us since the beginning of Tuberchat, and even before. He's been at this longer than we have, but he's been here from the beginning. he will help you meet more friends and family members in a similar way on his channel. Boston Terrier Brats, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Yarn Barf, thank you so much. And yes, it'll probably be a while today, Captain and the squad, but I will get to every channel that I can. I Want to Know is here and dedicated to exploring the unknown and delving deep into the mysteries of the past. Join them on a journey through time and space as they uncover the secrets of advanced civilizations, lost artifacts, ancient legends, and more of the unknown. They want to know the same way we want to know, so we discuss these things on their channel. And 336 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. Now, they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. And it took me a while to get to realize this, but Get to the Farm belongs to the wife of I Want to Know, pardon me. And these creators, I'm always happy to see this, because one of the biggest complaints that I get from people on YouTube, and always have, is why is it so hard to get our in real life friends and family to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it, right? And it makes it that much more special when we find a story like this. Growing What I Eat, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. But I will look at that channel next because of that super chat, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Get to the Farm is going to talk to us more about homesteading and farming and gardening. They're sharing out some channels here, which is really, really cool. I'm always happy to see creators supporting each other and introducing everybody to more channels so that we continue to grow all of our communities. Baked with Miss Red, pardon me if I didn't... I meant to put you on the wheel and I didn't do it right away. If you happen to notice, I know it's hard to read the text if you're on a phone. For any of our members, you're supposed to be added to the wheel as soon as we see you in the chat. If I miss that, please don't be afraid to give me a nudge and let me know, because I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. But Baked with Miss Red is on there now. And then Get to the Farm has 884 subscribers right now. When we look at the shorts, these have gotten into the thousands of views now, which is great. That'll likely continue. Live streams are an idea that they were doing for a while. They might pick that back up. And the intention is, because I've talked to them outside of Tuber Chat, that when they do live streams, they will likely intend on having people meet more friends and family members in the same way or in a similar way to what we do here, particularly for the homesteading community, but they'll likely open that up for everybody. And then thank you, James Gype. Yes, always the grind never stops, right? The grind never stops. He knows. For those of you who already know James Gype, which is probably a good portion, if not most of the people here in the chat, you know that he's at it too. I don't know if he goes every day, but often, right? Many times a week he's on, and the same thing. You'll meet more friends and family members when you're over there. There are a lot of growth streams out there. There's literally at least hundreds of them, right? And they're all run a little bit differently. But there are a handful of good ones, and I have friends, you know, now in some of the creators that run these. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting, first of all, with each other here in the chat. But if you haven't met James Gype, like I said, he's been a friend since before we started. So I hope everybody will connect with him. And we've met many friends through James Gype. Freehandly Mayday, you, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then Boston Terrier Brats. So thank you for being here for the first time. I have instructions in our video description for exactly how we connect with people here. It's a community where the idea is we are all expecting to support each other as creators over the long term, not just in the coming days and weeks, but hopefully months and maybe even eventually years as well. And that's regardless of our niches or our content. The idea, of course, is to give our channels a strong and solid foundation of friends that will be able to really support our channels. And when you think about the idea that your friends are going to favor you, much like you would favor your own friends, imagine if you had 100 true friends on YouTube. And I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers. I'm talking about 100 friends that are going to watch most of what you ever come up with, as much as they possibly can, forever after. That's where your watch hours and views and everything else are going to grow exponentially, not to mention the word of mouth and sharing that goes on to continue growing our channels and introducing us to more people as well, if that makes sense. But our instructions are always in our video description. The idea, of course, is to start a conversation with somebody in the chat. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to. Take your time. There's always lots of people here. And let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel, watch a full video of at least 3 minutes. Very important that it's at least 3 minutes long. Very important that we watch from beginning to end. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that channel while watching. And then leave a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, as you see me do for all creators. And that should make the connection stick. Once you've done all that for them, you turn back here and let them know you've done that. You're free to go in and out of this chat as much as you want. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. It's the comment that's the magical part, right? That's why I say I recommend 3 or 4 sentences, because they can easily find your comment, click right over to your channel, and it speeds up the whole process. So, Growing What I Eat is here right now. I accidentally spun the wheel early, so Cruisevet Adventures will be the next channel that we look at, but Growing What I Eat is up right now. Another channel that's going to bring us some garden updates and obviously some shorts. I want to see how these are doing. When we look at these, we see that these are starting to crack into a couple of thousand views, which is great. Live streams are something that might be happening frequently, so it's been a couple weeks, but they might pick that back up. Some of your latest videos are a little bit short. I'm going to take this 4-minute one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And then when we talk about the garden vlogging videos on this channel, we see fruit trees, citrus trees, vegetables, berries, plants, and much more. So they're going to help us learn about that. And with 239 subscribers, we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Over the horizon, we're going to get you onto the wheel right away. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Cruisevet Adventures gives us very thorough descriptions of ships and all of the things that we can expect when we're thinking about taking a cruise. This is a U.S. Navy retiree and a cruise enthusiast, to say the least. He does a great job both with describing things but giving us a tour. You can see that as I roll over even the latest video. I haven't even watched this yet. He put it up a few hours ago. But you get an idea of the room tour that he's doing here. He'll give us tours of ships and give us some of the ins and outs, tips and tricks that we need to know as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that from Cruisevet Adventures. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time now. I think it's well beyond 6 months, actually. I could be mistaken about the timing, so forgive me for that. But when we look at their shorts videos, I just want to see how these are doing right now. And we see that these are starting to crack over 1,000 views, which is great. And then live streams are something that's happening possibly once a week now. It looks like it. So they just did one yesterday. I missed that, but hopefully I'll catch the next one. I always put the notification bell on for everybody. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. You know what it's like when you get into a premiere or a live stream. Sometimes you get captivated by the content or the conversation, and missed that thumbs up for a quick moment. That's why we always give each other so many friendly reminders. But it really does help. You'll notice that as well. There's Holly's Adventures. So Holly's Adventures picked up a gifted membership today from She Stole My Thunder. And since we always put members on the wheel, as soon as we see them in the chat, I've got Holly's Adventures on there right now. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek is a channel where we're going to get a lot of motivation. Now, this channel started with fitness first, as a matter of fact. And Holly's Adventures, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And for that reason, we'll look at your channel next, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, like I said, started with fitness. And it looks like, okay, yeah, they're doing a couple different things here with their members. They're monetized, so there's lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I thought I was on here for this, or did you cut a clip out of the live stream? African Dreamin' and Tori's Brain was on this live stream, so they cut a clip out of that, which is cool for a video. I've got that in my catch-up list now, so I'll see what I might have missed in the live stream there. When we look at their shorts videos, we see a lot of weightlifting here, but wow, actually, some of these videos have gotten into the thousands of views. Look at this, 3 of them over 10,000 now, one of them almost at 20, which is great. Live streams are frequent. This seems to be almost every day, as a matter of fact, and the conversation can go anywhere. You can see Hypathon with a almost full panel there, which is great. A lot of people are using StreamYard, of course, but Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek is both willing to hop in on other people's StreamYard panels and host conversations like that as well. Pardon me while I missed one of the questions in the chat, but thank you very much, Scratch and PPA, talking about creating playlists. So creating a playlist can be a very simple process. The easiest way that I know of to do it, at least when you're on a computer, even if you're on your own channel, is to grab these 3 dots right here, and then you just click Save to Playlist. So you can take anybody's videos and put them in a playlist. It'll only help your own watch hours to have your own videos in a playlist, but of course you're free to have anybody's videos in any playlist, especially if there's something you want to see or re-watch. So if I wanted to take a video, let's say, from the Weightlifting Geek, I just click the Save to Playlist. If I don't already have a playlist that I want to save it to, and I want to make a new category or a new playlist for myself, I can just click Create New Playlist. It'll ask me for a name, decide if I want it public, unlisted, or private, and there's lots of reason to do any of each of those. And then I've got this video in my catch-up playlist, which is one I've already got, and then I just keep that and it saves. And that's the easiest way, but there's lots of ways to make playlists. You could do it from your YouTube studio, and once a playlist is made, you could do a lot of editing from the playlist page. And that means you can add a description, which I would recommend for everybody. If you have playlists that are serious, not just for you watching or running videos and things, but if you have playlists of your own videos, like in the case of Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Here's one, Quick Tech Tips Series, right? He might be able to click on this playlist and then edit the details to, first of all, think about a title that people might be inclined to watch if they see this playlist presented to them on YouTube, recommended. Or you can add a description. So I would do that too, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint. For those of you who've already seen ChatGPT or heard of a lot of the conversations about that lately, I've been using ChatGPT as inspiration more than anything else, but I will admit, sometimes copying and pasting for some things like descriptions. I'm not logged in right now. I'm not sure how quickly I can get that done to do any kind of a demonstration today. Maybe I'll try in the next break if we remember. But if you say, for instance, to one of the AI tools like ChatGPT, write me a keyword-rich, lengthy description of, let's say, Legend of Zelda, it will come up with a huge bunch of probably 3 or 4 paragraphs or more that you could put into a playlist description. And the idea, of course, is that who knows, you might eventually get a little tiny sliver of traffic coming from people who've searched for things that have been included in that description, if that makes any sense. So that's what I'm doing on kind of all playlists, on all channels that I run now, which is going to take a long period of time, but you could. So we'll see if it has any effect. Garden State Gardener's dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. That's also Joe. Another Joe. And he's done that countless times, so thank you for that. He also happens to be a member, but I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, Garden State Gardener will be up next. They're Shanster Travels. We mentioned them a couple times with Destination Fun earlier. I see Embarkation Nation in the chat too. We got a lot of friends in here. And then Garden State Gardener will be up next for that super chat. Same as Holly's Adventures, because they also dropped a super chat earlier. Mama Four Boys is asking the question, what is the benefit of StreamYard? Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching these, by the way. So before I talk about Holly's Adventures content, when we think about the idea of live streaming, I'm going to show you something here. So I use Streamlabs Desktop. This is software that's running on my computer. You can see the different windows and the different things that have a lot of options. I can turn my webcam on or off here easily. I can take things like channels on and off the screen there. That's another monitor that's coming in. There's a lot of features. So it takes a little bit of a beefy computer to be able to live stream, but if you are lucky enough to have that, and a lot of, almost any computer made in the last 2 or 3 years should be able to do it. And then it just gets a little bit harder on the processor, the different things that you add, but you can experiment. You can try different things. What that allows is that you have control because it's on the computer right in front of you. Now, there's also a lot of online streaming platforms like StreamYard, and Superchat started with StreamYard. We used that for the first, I forget if it was 50 episodes or maybe even more, before switching to OBS and Streamlabs. And StreamYard is something I still very much like. I've used it for all of our special edition live streams, the 100, 200, 300, and 400. I've used it on my personal channel, and I expect to continue using it, except only for experimenting with others like Melon or Restream and things like this. But the benefit of it is that it's in the cloud. So now you're able to run a stream from a phone or a computer, and it almost doesn't matter the technical aspects of the machine that you're using. The other aspect of it is that StreamYard is extremely easy to learn and use. It's very, very, very easy. And a lot of people love it because it has features that are otherwise difficult. You notice I don't put any comments on the screen. You see that when people are using StreamYard on YouTube more than anything else. I know people love that feature. I don't know whether I would or wouldn't if I had the ability right now anyway, because I haven't done it in so long. But that's one thing people like. You can add people very easily there. I don't think I could add 6 or 8 or 9 people onto Streamlabs easily. That might be a bit of a real chore and a real headache for the computer. But the cloud services allow that, right? And StreamYard has come up with a lot of new features lately. You can move people around on the screen. You can have other people help you produce your show. So if you wanted to do a live stream, let's just say, and be out walking around, you could have somebody else logged in with their own credentials. They don't need your password and everything, that can access your StreamYard system so that they can add panelists up onto the screen or move the comments around or move the screens around, which is a very cool idea. They've recently come out with this new simulcasting feature as well, where everybody on the panel, if you enable it, is able to stream to their own channels. And we've seen people like Eddie Lugo Studios, Destination Fun, and Shanster Travels doing a lot of this lately. I know a lot of people are experimenting with it, but I've caught them most often. I Am Betty J. Gathers is coming in. So, forgive me, that's a very long speech about StreamYard. I really do like that product, and I do use it occasionally. and I expect to continue to. But it's easy to learn, easy to use, and you can do it from a phone or a computer, and you don't have to have the world's newest and best graphic powerhouse of a computer to get it to work, if that makes sense. I am Betty J. Gathers in Coastal Water. I've got you on the wheel now. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody is active, we should get around to everybody. Jose Fantasticville, good to see you here. The best success for anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat, by the way, if you've only been here a few times before, or if today is your first day, the best success is always found in reaching out to other creators first, supporting them in all the ways that you wish they would support you, and then knowing they will turn around and do that afterwards. We live wholeheartedly here with the idea of generosity at the forefront of our mind, the idea of doing more for others than we expect them to do for us, and doing it first. But I promise you, when you hear the stories that I tell about a lot of the creators here in the Tuber Chat family, you'll see more and more how that generosity comes back far more, if not 10 times more, than what you expected in the first place. Great Lakes Adventures, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Holly's Adventures is up on the screen right now. And forgive me if I've missed anything else in the chat, but if I have, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. Holly's Adventures brings us video gameplay more than anything else. They actually recently went on a cruise as well, and they brought us some footage of that. I'll scroll through just to catch some of that so you can see. This is in the middle of their video gameplay. Lots of Legend of Zelda here, but then as well, they're mixing up the games. There's a Mario Party. They've got lots of other stuff. Final Fantasy, of course, is a big one on this channel. Holly's Adventures has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. Now, they dropped a super chat, so we put this channel up right away. We also see that their shorts videos are starting to pop into the thousands of views. They picked up a gifted membership today from She Stole My Thunder, which was a generous thing to have done. And now Holly's Adventures is approaching 400 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. Thank you one more time, Holly's Adventures, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Garden State Gardener just did the same thing as well, so we're putting that channel up right now. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then after a long period of time, I will add some names to the wheel from our chat list. We've still got another hour and a half to go if everybody would like to stay that long. So Garden State Gardener is going to bring us some more outdoor content, more than anything else. Garden updates, talk about gardening, and all the aspects of that. But Joe actually does a ton more on his channel. This creator is very well known as somebody who probably does more shout out videos for other creators than anybody else, at least in the Tuber Chat family, but any that I've seen in my 6 years on YouTube. So you can see the generosity in this creator just from what I'm talking about. There's a shout out for Yellow Shirt Dad. Garden State Gardener brings us a wide variety of content in their shorts. These are popping into the thousands of views now, but they do a ton of live streaming as well. And one of the things I talk about with this channel almost every day, whether they're here or not actually, is their Sunday Fun Day live stream. It's not uncommon to find well over 70 people in their chat, and even as far as 100 is possible. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But what I find with Garden State Gardener more than anything else is this creator fuses friendships together. He makes you truly feel like you're part of a community that spans far beyond him and his channel, but yet at the same time is anchored by Joe. And you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about when you get to the channel and see what's going on. He certainly is an extremely generous creator, always wanting to share. He's got giveaways every Sunday in his live streams. And his Belt Loop 29 right there. Lots of shout out videos for lots of creators. He has a registration video that will come out every week as well, so that you can get involved in the Sunday Fun Day live streams. But like I said, shout out videos. He's done at least 5 for Tuber Chat that I know of. If there's more, I haven't even caught them yet. More shout out videos for more creators than I've probably ever seen. So, but it speaks towards the generosity of this creator. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Joe from Garden State Gardener. He's been a real friend, not only to me, but to a lot of other creators for a long, long time now. So I wish for everybody to get some of that support coming back to them after you connect with them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Thank you for another super chat, Garden State Gardener. He's done that countless times. And if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look for Over the Horizon, we just might want to make sure that we've got the right channel by letting YouTube know that we're first of all looking for a channel, secondly by matching the avatar. So I've got Over the Horizon here, but you just want to make sure you've got the right channel when you get to them. The more we search, find, and click on each other, the more we will rise up the search results, and YouTube will eventually do a better job of predicting when people are looking for our channels. I'm going to grab their handle and put it in the chat in case anybody wants to grab them by that for now. But the truth is, the channels that are hardest to find are the ones who need our help the most. And then if anybody wants to grab that, you can copy and paste it or type it out if you need to. And then Over the Horizon is up on the screen right now. Cliff Hefner, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody is active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Mr. Fulton Miraz has a premiere coming up. We know that on that channel there'll be fresh content after Tuber Chat today, which is great. Over the Horizon is a channel I'm still getting to know. So what I'm going to do is take your latest video, a food vlog. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. I'm just going to see what they're doing in their shorts videos. These are starting to pop over a couple of thousand views, which is great. And then live streams are something that they might be doing in the near future. They've done a couple so far. We'd love to push them towards the 500 subscribers that they're thinking about. And I know a lot of people are talking about cruising in the chat. I'm not catching the whole conversation. We've had this influx lately of not only travel channels, but cruising channels, which is great. Now, I'm always happy to see that content. I was lucky enough to be on a cruise ship once, but I actually worked there. And that's the only reason I've gone so far. My family always, growing up, did things together, and when I was, I believe, 18, they took me to Florida to visit some family. That was just a vacation for a week or a few days, whatever it was, and my sister got a chance to go on a short cruise, one of the 3 or 4 days ones once. Other than that, it was always together, but it's funny because I went to Florida without her, and then she went on a cruise without me, but I did end up working on one. So I often say to people, yes, if you have the ability to ever get onto a cruise, I would recommend it, because I've only been a couple of places in my life, but I do think it's the best way for somebody like me to travel, right? I got to be busy all the time, and there's always something to do on a cruise ship, but you still get the benefit of the destinations and the beaches and things like that. But I'm happy to see all the different creators here that are bringing us so much cruising content, because now that the world's opened up and there's more cruising available again, we have a lot of friends now that know the ins and outs, especially of the current climate in the travel industry. No pun intended there, by the way. And then, so the idea is cruising might be considered, especially like for those of us in Canada, we don't really have cruises that leave from Canada. Anything that we've got around here is so atrociously expensive, I don't even consider it. But that's just an opinion. But even for us to get to the United States, to get onto a cruise, we just get hammered with taxes here like you wouldn't believe. Our flights, I don't know if it's possible to find many flights under $1,000 now. It's just out of control. So when you consider, you might be able to find a last-minute cruise for far under $1,000, or certainly under $1,000 American dollars. But when you got to spend another $1,000, just to get there, it starts to change the whole dynamic of the vacation, if that makes sense. But my long speech just has to do with the fact that I'm so thankful that we have so many friends now that are very experienced in cruising, going frequently. A lot of the travel channels we see and cruising channels in the chat right now have cruises planned still and have been on many. So the idea is that they'll be able to give us the tips and tricks that we need, that if finance is an idea, because I promise you when it comes to the idea of cruising and vacationing, you know, it is as much for me as it is for anybody. They might be able to show us ways to be able to get cruises at the most affordable opportunity, if that makes any sense. So for anybody that hasn't yet been on a cruise, I recommend it from my bit of experience, but I did go for 4 months, so it was almost like 16 cruises all in one. But I'm thankful for that. But I'm happy to see everybody giving each other so many happy to see so many people giving each other tips. And Pedrosa Travel is just mentioning Victoria is a major cruise starting point. So forgive me for not being sure, because I was even recently looking this up. Are there cruises then that leave from Victoria and go to interesting places? I'm just curious more than anything else, because anything I'd seen, like Rambling with the Brooms, who I was on earlier today with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, they're always together, but those creators have put together a cruise that's going to leave from Seattle to Alaska in the summer, the late summer of August 2025. Lots of opportunity to get involved in that, and with a couple of years notice, that's wonderful. And they've put out a special deal. They're hoping to book 100 rooms between YouTubers and supporters, which will be great. But these are the kind of things, like, I hope to continue to learn, right? Ace Flaw 1, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That just means that something like a cruise may be not that far off, as I think it has been. Alaska to Vancouver, says Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. Oh, goodness. Yeah, no doubt. Unstable TV shorts. Yeah, flights, there's different parts of the world where flights can be not as expensive. My understanding is, like, to fly within the U.S. I mean, you used to be able to do it for $100. Some people fly to Vegas for dinner and stuff like that, if I understand right, or have. But in Canada, we just get hammered. Like, our taxes are just unbelievable. When you think about how long it takes to take a 2-hour flight in Canada, if you were to go from Buffalo to Florida, or if you were to go to 2 destinations in Canada, it's just astronomical. Not that I'm authority, I certainly don't know, but when we look up prices and talk about them, just outlandish, it seems. Shasta Travels is going to Alaska for 10 days next month, which is interesting. And Parge Gen is up on the screen right now. Another member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. 7,000 subscribers. Now, she already had that before she got here. And you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey. We can all imagine what it takes to get to, let's say, a level of 3,000 and beyond. So Parge Gen came to us with over 7,000 to start with, maybe even over 7,100. So they've only been here a few months, or a couple months, but hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. You can see that right away they're talking about build bridges, not walls, make friends on their channel. Now, I'm still getting to know their particular variety in content, but this is a travel channel right here. They got a premiere coming up in a few days, so I got my notification on for that. I'm just going to hit their shorts. We see that these have popped into the thousands of views. They're getting close to 10,000 now, which is great. Live streaming is something that they seem to do. They might be doing again frequently, so we'll see. And that's a helpful video. They're talking about how to make a YouTube banner as well. Pardon me while I click things too fast here. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Parge Jen is here with us just about every single day as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of channels into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, Sweet Escape. I see, Parge Jen. Okay, my mistake. Parge Jen's been with us longer than I thought. But thank you for that. And then we're going to go on break for about 3 minutes, and we're going to come back with Bumby Selby, who's been with Tuber Chat since before we even started. All right, we're back, and we're looking at Bumby Selby, who's been a friend of well over 3 years, probably 3.5 now, since before Tuber Chat even started. I think, I tell this story all the time, but I think that Bumby Selby was actually the very first creator to ever come into one of my personal premieres on my other channel before Tuber Chat was even a thought. So she's been here from the beginning and making frequent appearances lately, especially I think every day for the last couple of weeks, which is great. Bumby Selby does pure variety and posts frequently, as we can see, but she does everything from shorts to videos and live streams. We're going to have a look and see. So the live streams might be something that's an idea for the future again, but she'd done tons of them before that I remembered. I'm going to take another recent video from Disney here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll just give me another piece of content to catch up with. I know we've got quite a few more friends in the chat that came in while we stepped away there. RX Nails, good to see you here. Foxy's Friends needs to be added to the wheel because they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And I think we also see 100 Proof Quilter and Purgatory Paranormal of New York is in the house. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then when we look at Bumby Selby, we see that this creator is now approaching 1,500 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And good vibes and positive energy is the kind of thing that they've been saying ever since I've known them. And I hope that everybody can take inspiration from that idea, that the stories that I tell now are literally sometimes getting into the years, right? Tuber Chat is coming up on the 3rd anniversary in a couple of weeks now, and Bumby Selby was with us before we even started. Kicking It with the Rooks is coming up next. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. Kicking It with the Rooks have built up quite a reputation supporting others as well. I run into them all the time, bouncing in between premieres and live streams, and they bring us family, lifestyle vlogs, story times, and some cruising content as well from Carnival, where the party is at. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Buena Vista Sweets. I'm just going to take this video and put it into my catch-up list. I just want to see what this is. For the life of me, I did go to Mexico once, a long time ago, only to Puerto Vallarta, but I can't remember for the life of me the name of the resort that we're staying at. I don't think it was Buena Vista, though. Kicking It with the Rooks will let you know on their About page. They are down-to-earth, beautifully blended family from Memphis that loves to have fun on their channel. Will find a variety of vlogs, traveling, challenges, pranks, and much more. So we see that in videos as well as shorts, which are getting quite popular, into the tens of thousands of views. One of these almost at 50, one over 60, and one at over 120,000 views, which is great. So hopefully that continues. And then live streams are something that they may think about picking up again in the near future. But like I said, the biggest thing I can say about Kicking It with the Rooks is the fact that I see them out supporting other creators all the time. And Abandoned Exploring Mike is wondering where everybody's from. There's a few Canadians in the house, like Canadian Family Life, Scratch and PPA, and myself, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, Just Jason Keto. But the United States is always the #1 country for Tuber Chat. And then we've got lots of friends in the UK, lots in Australia, and more from around the world like everybody would have. Like I said earlier in the stream, it's one of the most interesting things about our YouTube journeys, right? Is that we gain an audience from around the world easily. M&T Living and Cooking is up here right now. And again, like Kicking It with the Rooks, these creators are out supporting others all the time. Now with 852 subscribers, that puts them halfway on the road to 900. They're going to be sneaking up on their magical 1K soon enough. M&T Living and Cooking is going to bring us a variety of videos that usually involves delicious looking content, like a lot of what you see here. There's actually a couple videos. Where's the other one? Yes, Grandma's Mac and Cheese, and then they've got Mama's Mac and Cheese. So we've got a couple of different ones there, along with a lot of other delicious looking content. A lot of RC driving or racing here as well, which is really cool. I know we got a few channels that are into that because I've started to see a few RC cars brought out in videos. Somebody just brought one out on a live stream. Another friend, not in the Tuber Chat family, somebody I know from my personal channel was doing a live stream yesterday and they were talking about them also. So maybe the weather has picked up early enough for a lot of us in climates that require that to get those things out and start having fun. When we talk about some of the delicious looking content, look at this Shorts video that's popped over 11,000 views now, many more into the thousands, which is great. And then live streaming is something that they're doing about once a week, sometimes twice a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them. M&T Living and Cooking, incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Like I said, I see them out supporting others all the time. I wish for everybody to get some of that support coming back to them as well. I know you will when you connect with them. VS Speaks Royally is a creator I like talking about for a couple of reasons. When you engage in true conversation in any live stream or premiere, you're doing a great service for any host because you're sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm, and that can help get content pushed out, of course. Now, VS Speaks Royally always engages conversation everywhere that they go, here in Tuber Chat, in any other premiere or live stream that I run into them in. But you're also going to find out that on their channel, especially when they do live streams, which is their probably most frequent thing to do, they are often talking about the royal family. It's almost all the time. And when they do, they have incredibly engaged conversation during those live streams. So you'll find a really engaged chat. And they do a great job of leading that conversation by staying well-versed and up-to-date on their subject. They now pass 4,000 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Their shorts videos include a bit of random content like their videos do, but these have popped into the thousands of views, which is great. And then thank you, everybody, for the reminders on the thumbs up as well. Pardon me, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Embarkation Nation is coming up right now, and this is another channel that's going to bring us a lot of cruising content. As a matter of fact, on their banner they say live every day like it's Embarkation Day, which is really cool because that's a process of starting your cruise or boarding the ship, and I think that that's a great and fun way to be introduced to a channel. And 337 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. Southwest Jeff, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then when we look at Embarkation Nation, we see 337 subscribers, like I was saying. Now, they're bringing us a lot of cruising content. I'm still getting to know their channel, but they've also got some shorts videos. These have gotten into the thousands of views, almost hitting 10,000 as well. And then when we get into the live streams, we see that these are something that's happening frequently as well, pretty much twice a week. And they're using StreamYard panels with some of the friends that we recognize here as well, like Warmstrong Adventures or Destination Fun and Chanster Travels, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. It's wonderful to see the friendships that come through in these different communities or that are built between creators. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and getting some of that support coming back to you as well. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We're just about closing in on the 2-hour mark now, which means we've still got an hour to go if everybody would like to stay that long. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We'll get to as many as we can. Foxy's friends. I'm trying to find on the wheel. And we'll get that channel up onto the screen right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Of course, after a long period of time, I will eventually add some names to our wheel from our chat list. Foxy's Friends, again, is another popular name for a channel. So while you're looking for that, you just want to make sure you get our Foxy's Friends. And literally, their handle is just Foxy's Friends. So it should be fairly easy, even if you got to type that out. Paranormal Highway, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get them onto our wheel as well. Unstable TV Shorts is still in the house from Ireland. That's our featured channel for today. They've actually got two. We featured both of them now. And they are experiencing incredible success on their original channel, which is Unstable TV, with over 20,000 subscribers. And Storytime with Uncle Bill. It's your birthday today, says Scratch and PPA. So thank you, Scratch and PPA, for letting us know that. I hope everybody will wish Storytime with Uncle Bill a happy birthday. If you haven't already. And as your birthday present from Superchat, I'm going to put you on the wheel right away. And we will get to your channel as soon as the wheel decides that the odds are in your favor. And Foxy's Friends is up here right now. This is a channel that specifically is memorializing Foxy Mama, who's the star of the show, as you can see in a lot of these thumbnails here. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and pushing them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. Foxy's Friends is here with us just about every single day. I think it is every day, actually. And there's 63 videos already for us to enjoy. They'll give you the story of Foxy Mama and what they're doing on their channel on the About page. And I'm happy to see some new content coming, and that's going to be actually on Saturday. So that'll be really cool. New premiere coming up. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and get some of that support coming back to you as well. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Beverly Moffat, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And the Stock Explorers coming up. This is Nora. They're actually here as a member and moderator. Oh, thank you. Kicking It with the Rooks is actually dropping a super chat on behalf of Storytime with Uncle Bill, so I'll put that channel up next. We absolutely honor those whenever they're in the Tuber Chat family, of course. But thank you for that. It's a generous thing to have done. So Storytime with Uncle Bill will be the next channel that we look at. Lulu's Treasure Trove, good to see you here. And then oh, Foxy's Friends. Did I forget something, or are you talking to somebody else in the chat? I don't mean to miss anything if I'm talking about the channel. And then the Stock Explorer. I was just looking for their name on the wheel. We still got a full wheel here. The Stock Explorer is coming up. This is Nora. And they are an incredibly supportive creator. And this is somebody for which I'm grateful to have built quite a friendship with over a long period of time. Now, all of the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They have been for a very long time now. And they're all dear friends of each other. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason you'll be able to meet more friends and family members when you're on any of their channels for premieres and live streams. Each moderator here has their own channel, and they all do different things. The Stock Explorer is going to talk to us about the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, through everything from videos to live streams and shorts. Some of their content, they add in a little bit of random content, especially in the shorts and videos, but they often have product in hand. They're going to help us with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading. I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream. So that gives you an idea of what to expect from the Stock Explorer. There are often charts and graphs to be seen in their live streams or videos, but there's a lot of friendly conversation on the channel, including StreamYard panels like what we see here in their coffee chats. They do this several times a week. I think they're expecting to go live tomorrow at noon Eastern. And the Stock Explorer is somebody who I actually collaborated with just a couple of months ago. I got onto their channel and we talked about YouTube for about 2 hours. Pardon me, I didn't mean to spin the wheel there, so I'm going to get out of order in a quick second here. When we look at Tropical Buzz, we see a second channel from the Stock Explorer. This is Nora again. They're going to educate us about plant life here through shorts and videos. Some of these, they're, plant life is already there, and some they're going to be growing themselves. Being in Florida, they're likely going to be able to show us some really interesting things. I know they're getting involved in seed swaps and things like that. So Southwest Jeff, we don't do link drops here, but thank you for asking. When we search, find, and click on each other, this is one of the reasons why we don't do a lot of link drops. When we search, find, and click on each other, we help each other rise up the search results on YouTube. You can imagine after a while when hundreds of people are searching for your channel name, you'll rise up the search results, and YouTube will do a better job of predicting when people are looking for your particular Southwest Jeff. Even though you might be easier to find than some channels, the ones that are hardest to find are the ones who need our help the most. So that's why we do this more than anything else. We do have a couple of instances where links are drops, but you'll see that throughout the chat very occasionally. And then Storytime with Uncle Bill is up on the screen right now, and this creator was actually they happen to be celebrating their birthday right now. I didn't realize we're not already connected. This must be the first time we're putting Storytime with Uncle Bill up onto the screen. So Kicking It with the Rooks can be thanked for that, because they actually dropped a super chat to see that we would put Storytime with Uncle Bill up onto the screen right away. 963 subscribers. They're getting really close to 1,000 already. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will help me... I'm going to put this in my watch later list. It's another playlist that I have. We all have a watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully have our notification bell on here as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Yeah, I'm really shocked. I thought that we were connected all the time. Storytime with Uncle Bill's been here many times, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time, literally like every day. So now we'll be connected. Yeah, I'm really kind of shocked, actually. But that's okay. I know I did spin the wheel earlier, and happy birthday one more time. Storytime with Uncle Bill. If anybody hasn't wished them a happy birthday, I hope you will. Dre Lasha is coming up. I spun the wheel a little bit early there. And this is another creator who's here with us frequently. They actually have 2 channels now. I think I just caught them for a live stream, though, too, didn't I? Yeah, I just caught them for a live stream yesterday. Dre Lasha sometimes will be getting involved in fitness lately. They do a lot of live streaming. I'm just going to take your latest video, too. This one's very long. It looks like a live stream replay. But I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up and get you a few more watch minutes there. And then when we look at Dre Lasha, we see some shorts videos. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streaming, like I said, is something that they typically do frequently. They've got another live stream coming up next week, which will be interesting. And then Dre Lasha also has a second channel now, Dre Hair and Fitness. And the name speaks for itself. But getting on the fitness train, we'll see this creator helping with that. A lot of shorts videos already on the channel. These have cracked over 1,000 views as well. And then when we get into the live streams, we see that they've got some more of these set up, even for today and tomorrow, actually, at 7:15 Eastern, so just another 3 hours from now or so. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Dre Hair and Fitness and Dre Lasha, and both of these channels we'd love to see get a little bit closer to their next milestone. So I'm going to spin the wheel. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt is coming up right now. This is a creator who I see supporting others all the time. Lots of StreamYard panels featuring this creator, and on the front of their page we see their shorts. I'm just going to have a look at these first. These are getting into over 1,000 views now. Some delicious looking content there. When we get into the live streams, we see this creator with panels with different creators. Sometimes we see them with familiar faces as well. There's Fanatic Guide up there. I think we recognize a couple of these creators here. Oh, Belt Loop 29. Oh, you must have done the simulcast feature there, if that makes sense. And then Corner Clubhouse Cobalt is somebody who I literally run into every day supporting other creators. So I hope everybody will connect with them. You'll get some of that support coming back to you. And then thank you, Kicking It with the Rooks, a school counselor, and the kids are in dismissal. So that's okay. Yeah, Dre Lasha is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, as is Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. I'm just going to take your latest video, though, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to just catch up with what you've posted here. And then let me spin the wheel. And if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, we're doing great again. We've got 94 right now by my count. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Baked with Miss Red is coming up right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but we're going to see what they're up to right now. 104 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can get them a few more, keep that 100 locked in. They've already got quite a bit of shorts here, and these have already gotten into the thousands of views, which is great. When we look at their videos, we see delicious looking content. I remember looking at this a couple times because there's not only cinnamon rolls, but look at this, blueberry sweet rolls as well, which is interesting. So I'm looking forward to more on this channel. And then when we get into the live streams, they've got one coming up tonight, and that's going to be right after Dre Lasha's live stream. And then I'll be looking forward to hopefully catching one of these soon enough, because it looks like they're doing these about once a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Baking with Miss Red. They've been with us frequently since finding us, I think just about a month ago. I could be mistaken. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. TWTTV dropped a premiere today. I caught that just a couple of hours ago, so it's good to see you in the chat. They've been friends a long time, well over, I think, 2.5 years now. Mama 4 Boys is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. And thank you one more time again, Kicking It with the Rooks, for that super chat earlier for Uncle Bill's birthday. Story time with Uncle Bill is celebrating today. And Mama 4 Boys is up right now. We'll see what this channel's got going on. We know it's delicious looking content because we see that here in Tuber Chat every single day. I also run into them out supporting other creators all the time, literally every day. And then, pardon me, my allergies are just always on me. Mama 4 Boys brings us delicious looking content, but one of the things I talk about frequently and always have here in Tuber Chat about cooking channels and cooking videos is that I love the real world look that we get at what people are actually making in their own homes for themselves, their friends, their families, and things like that. Very much different than a TV show in most cases. Mama 4 Boys is bringing us a lot of the things that somebody like myself might consider traditional, everyday type meals, but showing us their interesting twists on these, or how to make some of the things we might go out to get, either in a grocery store that's pre-made or otherwise, and then making these from scratch at home. Like, look at this homemade personal pan pizza. They've got a homemade hamburger helper on their channel. They've got, I haven't seen this before, loaded sloppy Joe tater tots. That looks interesting and original, actually. Easy broccoli and cheese pasta. Interesting. So they've got lots and lots of interesting stuff, but that's also in their videos, not just the shorts, right? And then it's good to see, like with the homemade pan pizza, it looks like you're doubling up on making those shorts videos, which is great. So they're already over 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 that they're thinking about. And then the Bullock Experience is coming up. Now, forgive me, Mom of Four Boys, I think you're monetized. Is that right? Mitchell and Doll is in the house. Thanks for being here. That is also Mitchy Boo. They've got 2 channels. The Bullock Experience is coming up. Now, he said he was in the background working on something, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, whether you're popping by quickly to say hello, hanging out, or running the stream in the background. The Bullock Experience now has broken off into a second channel. We'll talk about that one in another moment as well. Buying Space, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Gaming Experience with Kelly, yes, is the second channel from the Bullock Experience. This particular channel that we know so well now is well over 700 subscribers, and this is where they talk fishing first. So, particularly catfishing. The conversation in the live streams can go just about anywhere once it starts, but some of these get lengthy. Look at this. They're actually fishing in this one. We caught them last week for one of these, but a 5-hour live stream, goodness. And then as well, TNT Presents Cooking. This is cool to see collaborations and things like this in the StreamYard panels, but the Bullock Experience is doing this all the time. When we look at the shorts videos, we're starting to see a couple of almost product reviews mixed in with some of the other content, and this is getting into the almost thousands of views as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them here, but I'm going to show you Gaming Experience with Kelly. And this is their gaming channel that's in the chat right now. And you see this where they've brought a couple of popular games already. They actually found this fishing sim, World Pro Tour. I didn't know a game like that existed, but it makes sense. Call of Duty, Minecraft videos, and now another one that I'm going to take. This is a longer video at about an hour and a half, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. And that'll help me get a few watch hours for this channel and get another video watched. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We'd love to push Kelly Gaming Experience with Kelly up to 40 subscribers, a little bit farther on their road to the first 100. And look at that ironic coincidence. Unidentified S4 is happening to come up right now, just as they're saying something in the chat. They've been on the wheel for a while. So Unidentified S4 is Anthony. And, you know, I use the word dynamic a lot here. I know I use it I overuse it. But it's not untrue. It's just that we're talking about so many creators making YouTube videos and things like that. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. You know, it's said that the world's #1 fear among people is talking in front of an audience. So it's a little bit different when you're on a camera, because you're not facing the people who are watching you. You don't have to look in their eyes and things like that. But it's probably a close second, you know, or third or something like that. So I use the term all the time. But a perfect example of what I would mean when I say that this is a very dynamic host is when you find Anthony on Unidentified S4. Now, he's active on the other social networks as well, like Instagram, But here, what I know Unidentified for best is the live streams. He's always got StreamYard panels up, and they're talking about anything that can start with the unexplained, like UFOs and other unexplained ideas that we talk about all the time with some of the channels here in Tuber Chat. Also to polarizing content, politically charged content, and they describe here paranormal, cryptids, hoaxes, scammers, science, and much, much more, including news, technology, travel, and other things. Now, Unidentified S4 already had 9,000 subscribers, I think, since before finding the Tuber Chat family. But you know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. So they're working on 10,000 now. They're at almost 9,400. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, and of course monetize. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then when we look at their shorts videos, we see that some of these are into the 10,000s of views, one of them at almost 30,000, which is great. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. And thank you, Kicking It with the Rooks. And Twisted Lemon Diary, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Odom's Homestead is coming up right now. They dropped a highlighted milestone message earlier in the chat, but Odom's Homestead is another creator who's out supporting others all the time. Unstable TV Shorts is still in the house. That's our featured channel for today from Ireland. And that is Danielle and James, and they bring us a ton of fun, not just in their YouTube channels, but on the other social networks as well. Odom's Homestead is going to bring us some more garden updates and gardening ideas from their homesteading channel, and I talk about this often. And they're building a half-acre homestead and growing many fruit trees and bushes, citrus trees, and you'll get more information when you get to the About page. But when we look at their videos, we see that they're posting frequently. So the latest, when we look at the popular videos, we see that these are starting to move into almost 5,000 views, which is great. When we look at their videos, we see that they're posting now just about every single day, which is great as well. And I've caught them for different garden updates and things like that. We've got another brand new channel in the chat, Journey with Josh. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Mama's Handprint, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then Odom's Homestead. Sorry, I meant to look at the shorts and see how they're doing. They're getting into over 1,000 views here. And then they've got live streams that are set up. They've even got one coming up tonight. So hopefully I'll catch you for that one. They've got almost 1,200 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer there. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Roadhog is another channel that's fairly popular as far as a name. They come up pretty close to the top for us in our search results. All of our search results might be slightly different because some of it depends on geographics, right? Different countries, different regions, and things like that. So when we connect with Roadhog, I'm hoping that you will make sure you're matching the avatar. This creator's got 352 subscribers right now. I'm going to drop their handle in the chat in case you want to find them that way. Florida Claimers Ted, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we're usually here for 3 hours these days. Almost always for 3 hours. And Roadhog has an interesting note on their about page. Everything in their videos was found in the trash is what they say. So the idea then is to repurpose and get new life out of things that otherwise may have been given up, right? And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Roadhog and seeing exactly what they're doing with these things, refurbishing different products on their channel. And now some of their shorts are approaching a couple thousand views, which is great. And hopefully everybody will enjoy the support that comes back from them. I know you will when you connect with them. And let's spin the wheel. Florida claimers Ted just wolfed down a enormous meal. Is that what you're trying to tell us? 6 pieces of chicken. Unless they were wings, it's sounding like that was abundant. But I'm going to be hungry in another half hour, so it's going to be time for me to think about something like that as well. Canadian family life's eating dinner in New Brunswick. Lexo Motorsports is up. A lot of speed on this channel. Some ATVs and racing type videos here. A lot of speed, like, how do I say, not quite drag racing. You'll get an idea here with these all-out, call-out series of videos. Lexo Motorsports posts frequently, my dear goodness. See, we don't have any kind of an area anywhere near me like this that I can think of. I happen to be in Canada, so that makes this really cool and compelling to see and watch, right? I'm going to take the latest video. I know these are quite short, but I'm going to put it in my catch-up list. Now, when we're connecting with creators, we talk often about watching videos that are 3 minutes in length. Lexo Motorsports, we're going to have to dig through the channel, but like there's a 4-minute one here. There's other ones that are over 3 minutes, but you just want to dig through the channel and get maybe the longest one you can, or at least over 3 minutes. It's very important, not that there's a right way or wrong way to connect, but just because we've been doing this for years, we find that if you watch a video that's 3 minutes or longer from beginning to end, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and then give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That helps make the connection stick. Starlog, thank you for coming in, and thank you for the thumbs up. I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here, even if you're coming by just for that, for a quick hello, or even if you're running the stream in the background, because I know we've got friends that do that as well. Lexo Motorsports has a small bit of variety on their channel. They bring us saltwater aquariums, and it's a little bit of a different vibe in those videos from the all-out call-outs and the other racing. But I'm sure everybody will enjoy that variety when you get there. So, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. We'll come back in 3 minutes, and we'll look at palettes, pouts, perfumes, and panning. All right, we're back and looking at palettes, pouts, perfumes, and panning. And Tracy and Phoebe on this channel have been friends for a long time. I'm starting to think that this channel might have been with us for a couple of years now. And 453 subscribers. Now, this is Tracy, and a couple videos ago was Phoebe. These creators alternate on this channel. And they bring us beauty in a lot of different types of ways. So there are Get Ready With Me videos here. There are unboxings and hauls, monthly subscriptions. And then there are ideas for products in lists that we might enjoy or things that we might want to avoid. And I think that's a cool twist on that type of video. They've been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long time. I'm just going to take your your third latest video. I'm going to take the one that Phoebe did, just because it's longer than the others. You'll get an extra couple of watch minutes out of me. Every minute matters, right? And they're halfway on the road to 500 subscribers now. We always say you're on the road when you're approaching a 100 milestone, but they're over 450 now. So we want to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. My dear friend Elevate with Vern, some of you knew her as Vern's Junk Closet, but she would, we've been friends a long time now. She would say that once you get to 500 subscribers, it's time to start working on watch hours if you haven't already. So every minute matters, right? We love seeing creators get monetized, and Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is getting close to being halfway there with subscribers now. They've also got shorts videos, and I just want to see how these are doing, because it looks like you got a few new ones, and these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. Hopefully that continues as well. Did we miss a birthday here? We might have missed a birthday. That's really cool. Look, their most popular one says, "I made you look," with a happy birthday cake, 30th. There we go. And then live streams are something they were doing for a while. We might see them bring those back at some point. But Tracy and Phoebe, like I said, have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long time. And I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. Coastal Waters coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. I haven't checked in with our robots for today. I'm assuming that they're doing what they're supposed to. I know Bautissimo is on the case. Coastal Water is here with 320 subscribers right now. Now, this is another story that I like to tell. I mentioned them earlier when I talked about I want to know and get to the farm, because this is a husband and wife combo. Now, Coastal Water is run by the wife in the family. Backlash Fisherman is the husband in the family. These two creators have separate channels, but they support each other wholeheartedly. You'll often find them on each other's channels, as a matter of fact. Now, I have most often found Coastal Water either in the car doing her car confession live streams, which we'll look at, or in the kitchen. And there's a lot of shorts here that are starting to get into the thousands of views based on that as well. Car confessions are either ride-alongs or stories to be told while we hang out with Coastal Water and head to their destinations while they're doing different things. I see that they've done a StreamYard panel here, and if we look through these long enough, at some point we end up seeing Backlash Fisherman with them in there. There he is right there. Now we're gonna head this creator up as well and see what they've got going on their channel. And we'll be looking forward to another video from Coastal Water soon, I'm sure. Before I look at Backlash Fisherman, they've got a third channel called Between a Shore and a Mountain. This is meant to be a family channel. They may bring some more content onto this channel, so we'll keep that in mind. But Backlash Fisherman is another first responder, and he's got over 1,400 subscribers now and is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's bringing shorts videos, and look at some of the things he's got here, my dear goodness. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. Live streams are something that he does frequently. Now, Hobby Hangout is a different type of thing. He might have a StreamYard panelist up with him there, but these ride-along live streams are similar to what we saw from Coastal Water. There she is in the thumbnail on one of them there. And then other familiar faces will join him on some of his live streams, but he'll bring us along for some of his adventures as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And then we'll be looking forward to new content from Backlash Fisherman soon enough as well. These creators have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long, long time. But I also run into them both out supporting others all the time. They both will give you a warm welcome into their channel and chat when you catch them for live streams as well. As will I Am Betty J Gathers, who is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. She is literally responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up here in the Tuber Chat live streams based on her friendly and energetic reminders. And we'll see what she's got going on her channel right now. Now, she gets into video shorts and a lot of live streams. You can see that she plans them way in advance, which is great. This is something I should recommend more often to everybody as an idea, because if it's possible for you to set up your live streams in advance, even if you have to adjust the times after, which you don't really want to do, you want to try to be as accurate as possible. But if you can set them up in advance, it gives YouTube the chance to catalog the information, whether it's the title, the description, the tags, the hashtags. Hopefully you're using all of those, setting the category the right way, so that when it's time for your live stream to come, you might even find a few thumbs up and things like that on your channel. Maybe even a few people have just mentioned something in the chat, letting YouTube know that it's engaged content. When you move the time of your live stream, I find that if it's within a few hours or almost even a day of start time, you lose your 30-minute notifications. It seems to happen all the time. It's not something that's set in stone. It's just something I've observed. But Betty J Gather's doing a great job of letting us know what she's going to be up to. We're going to find a lot of healthy eating, healthy living on this channel, talk about intermittent fasting. And then in the shorts videos, we see that she's popped into the over a couple thousand views now, which is great. She is a powerhouse, like I said, of energy and positivity. You're going to find that in all of her content, including the live streams. And she will allow you to meet more friends and family members when you join her for those. The conversation there can go just about anywhere. When you see this channel, you'll also see that she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. We'd love to push her towards the 1,100 subscribers she's going to be thinking about. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time. Wazel picked up a gifted membership today from She Stole My Thunder, so I know they're going to be excited to have that. 325 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. When we look at their shorts videos, we see that these are getting into the thousands and thousands of views, which is great. They've got live streams that are bringing us some gameplay more than anything else, which is cool to see. And then when we get into their videos, I'm just going to take the latest Hitman gameplay video and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up and hopefully not fall behind with Wazel, who's fairly new to the Tuber Chat family, just having been here a handful of times as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will give them a warm welcome in. Paranormal Highway's coming up. This is another channel who is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I've seen them out supporting others, and they make frequent appearances here in Tuber Chat as well. We'll see what they got going on their channel. 17,000 subscribers, so they are growing unbelievably rapidly, but they had all of that before they found the Tuber Chat family just a couple of months ago. Obviously active on the other social networks as well. The channel focuses on paranormal, Bigfoot, UFOs, and all things cryptozoologists from around the world. So hopefully everybody will enjoy this creator and this channel. We know that they are friends with some of our other friends who do a lot of talk of the unexplained or unknown, and they discuss these things. So here's some interesting UFO over Canada talk as well. Oh, in the United States, though. I was just checking to see if you happen to be Canadian, and I didn't pick up on that before. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Let me just look at the shorts for a second here. These have gotten into the over a couple thousand views, which is great, so hopefully that continues as well. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on. In Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder 2.0, we see a newer channel from this creator who's been a friend for over 3.5 years. And so much so, in fact, and so supportive of me and of us before Tuber Chat had even started, that this creator was chosen as the very first creator to be featured out of the Tuber Chat family on episode number 2. And it's interesting to see that after 558 episodes of Tuber Chat, he's still coming back as often as he can to support everybody in the right way. And when we look at Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, we also see a couple of other channels. I'll show you his original here. And it's pure variety on the channel. A lot of live streaming, a lot of talking head content, opinion, reviews, and things like that. We get to know Kid Wonder. I'm just going to show you one more channel from this creator. I think he's got 5. Including a mukbang channel and a news channel. But gaming and live stream is where we find Kid Wonder playing a lot of different types of games. One of the most common is this 8-ball pool. And I actually joined them on their channel for an hour and played with them. If you want to search that out, you just search Tuber Chat on their channel and it'll come up. But it's cool to be collaborating with creators, especially having a friendship that spans over such a long amount of time, right? We're getting into the years now, literally. It's time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that in a second. Jedi Cameron is up right now with some more video gameplay. This creator will occasionally get into things like talking head videos, and they've got some shorts videos here, particularly with Fortnite, that seem to be doing quite well, getting into the couple thousand views. Live streams are frequent on this channel with a lot of different video gameplay, and then as well videos they're posting frequently, which is great, almost every single day. So I'm going to see what I could do about adding names to the wheel from our chat list. If anybody has not, or pardon me, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pedrosa Travel is on the wheel with Together We Travel. And I'll get some more names onto our wheel as we need them. Abandoned Exploring with Mike, I'm going to put you on the wheel right now because I know you're here. And Destination Fun, I think, has been here the whole time as well. And then we'll see where we're at from there. We can stay up to another 20 minutes if everybody would like. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see what's happening with Destination Fun. Look at that luck. It took the whole live stream to get onto the wheel, but as soon as I put you on there, you come up right away. Destination Fun is a channel I've talked about a couple times today because they're here with us every day, and they just found the Tuber Chat family a few months ago. I think it's getting on like 3 months ago now. It could be longer, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that. But this creator instantly started having impact both here in the Tuber Chat family and what I see outside supporting others. They engage conversation. They're constantly collaborating and supporting others. I see them on StreamYard panels literally, I think, almost every day. And I'm just going to take one of your latest videos. I thought I took this the other day and put this in my catch-up list. Yeah, I think I had this in my catch-up list earlier. We didn't look at Destination Fun today, did we? I'm sure not. Yeah, maybe I hadn't finished going through my catch-up list, so forgive me for that, but I will get it done. Shorts videos they're bringing us with a lot of travel, not just cruising here, but they are a big participant in the cruising community. They bring us more travel as well. And then live streams, like I said, are frequent. So there they are with Shanster Travels. They got other friends with them as well, like Warmstrong Adventures, Eddie Lugo Studios, and other familiar faces. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. 496 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that we know they must be thinking about. Oh, we did. Scratch and PPA. Yeah, forgive me. I don't know how I made that mistake. As I'm sitting here going through the speech, I'm thinking to myself, I'm sure that we saw them earlier, but now, because Destination Fun's literally been here for every stream, especially lately, I can't be sure that we didn't see them earlier. So Woman Outdoors is up right now, and this is a creator that comes to us from the Erie, Pennsylvania area. And I like talking about this channel because they've got a unique aspect to their content. Now, they're getting into some product reviews. I see this is their newest piece of content. It's going to be coming up tomorrow. Woman Outdoors brings us both indoors and particularly outdoors, but being in Erie, Pennsylvania, they're able to bring us all 4 seasons in their outdoor content. So whether it's bushcraft, camping, cooking, fishing, or a story to be told and a look around, this creator can bring us the extreme heat, the extreme cold. You know, now we're looking forward to the summer weather, right? I literally have had to have the air conditioning on in the truck the last couple of days, where I'm only a few hours away in around Niagara Falls, very close. I think it's only really an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Erie in Pennsylvania. And Woman Outdoors is able to show us the sun, the wind, the rain, the extreme heat, the extreme cold. We'll be looking forward to summer content from this creator starting any moment, right? And then 1,160 subscribers or so right now, so working on 1,200. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Now, if I'm right, they should be monetized. So we'll see soon enough. And forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. I was looking forward to... Let me look at their live stream page for a second. They were thinking about putting together a... monetization celebration. And forgive me, I forgot. You did mention you were going to drop this premiere for tomorrow. Yes. So if you decide... I don't know if she's still here, actually. Woman Outdoors is here for a while. But if you are still here, if you want to move that onto Saturday and Sunday, you can let me know. But if not, then hopefully I'll just try to catch it while we're there. We try to mix the love up and share it around and spread it around when we do our raids and things like that on the weekend. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is coming up right now. These creators will be willing to swap playlists, so if anybody wants to do that for the purpose of gaining watch hours, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, obviously we see a family vlogging channel. These creators will bring us anywhere for just about anything. It could be indoors, it could be outdoors, it could be a story to be told, it could be challenges, it could be in the kitchen, it could be taking an adventure or some travel. They're fellow Canadians in Medicine Hat, Alberta, and they are very much working on their channel and their YouTube journey, thinking about things like titles, tags, descriptions. We've had several conversations where they're willing to learn from others and share their knowledge, and they've got some shorts videos now that are getting into almost a few thousand views here. And then they've got Sunday Fun coming up. That's going to be a few days from now, but they live stream frequently, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there as well. We'd love to push them towards the 1,300 subscribers they're thinking about. They're halfway there at 1,250 or so right now. I'm just going to put another couple of channels on the wheel. 100 Proof Quilter is on there, and Lark's Homesteadish. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up onto the screen. We'll see what It's D has got going on. And pardon me It's D is going to help us with our finances, with the idea of saving, budgeting, cash stuffing challenges, and things of that nature. And this is another channel I like talking about, just because when we talk about finance, it could be, I can just imagine that some people's eyes may glaze over with the idea of having to deal with this stuff. It's bad enough in tax season having to worry about it, with the rest of the time thinking about budgeting. There are a million different ways to look at these different things, and we never know who's going to strike the right chord when it comes to motivating us to do better when it comes with finances. Not that everybody needs to, but it's very much like healthy eating, healthy living. In the case of finance, almost everybody could be a little more efficient, let's just say. And its D is going to help us with this. Like I said, cash stuffing challenges shows us a way that we can aggressively work towards saving for specific goals. We can start getting into maximizing the impact of that savings afterwards, and they're going to show us how to do that. They do a lot of talking about paying down a mortgage faster than usual. But It's D has 720 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. And like I said earlier in the stream when we had Lisa J. Stocks up here, I'm happy that we have these channels bringing us financial information, because I think we can all use as much financial information as possible so that we can maximize the impact of our income and our revenue when it comes, especially through our YouTube channels and things like that. That's funny. We almost made 100. I know we'll always have a friend or two, or maybe more, that will come through with an extra account or an extra thumbs up and things like that, but YouTube almost always takes those away. If you have an account, or if somebody has an account and all they're doing is giving extra thumbs up with that, or even in the case of trolls, giving thumbs down, YouTube almost always takes them away. If not right away, then after a few days. So while I do appreciate the favor, we hit 100 and now we're back to 99 because YouTube probably took one away, or somebody took it away, but I bet it's YouTube that took it away. But thank you for that. If anybody hasn't already given the thumbs up, I'll appreciate it. And now we got a couple extras, so we hit the 100 again and we're a little bit up, but thank you for that. Mr. Fulton Mraz is still here right now. His birthday's on the 24th of this month, so just a couple of weeks away. He's been a friend for a long time, since before Tuberchat even started, well over 3 years ago. And the Fix It Lady is up right now. This creator is either going to be fixing, repairing, or creating something on their channel. And when we get to their shorts videos, we see that these have started to pop well into the thousands of views, which is great. So hopefully that continues. They've got some live streams. I haven't caught you for one of these, but I'm hoping I will. If you're going to continue those, it looks like you will. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos too, because I can see I'm behind. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators as well. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Pedrosa Travel is somebody who's also an advocate for helping us hit those thumbs up all the time. And with the exception of only one day a few weeks ago, we actually hit 100 just about every day. It's always an exciting milestone, so I really do appreciate that from everybody. But ever since we extended the streams, basically, I think, to go beyond 2.5 hours, we just about hit that every time. And then Pedrosa Travel is here with a premiere coming up in a couple of days. Looks like Sunday, if I'm counting that right. Pedrosa Travel is going to bring us some more travel with some cruising content. They are very much involved in the travel and cruising communities. I see them out supporting creators all the time. I think I run into them every day, as a matter of fact. They're now officially on the road to 1K with 902 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Of course, the magical 1K is important in all of our YouTube journeys. I'm going to hit their shorts videos, and we see that these are getting into over 1,000 views now, which is great. And then when we get into the live streams, they've got one of these set up for Sunday. They're going to collaborate with I Am Betty J Gathers there, as well as they're frequently streaming Looks like a couple of times a week, once or twice a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Thank you for the enthusiastic reminders, for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. Tuesday they were here. They actually, I think, even stuck around a little bit longer just to help us hit that 100. So I really do appreciate that extra generous support. My Flock is Everywhere is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. They are out supporting others all the time as well. My Flock is Everywhere is often found in the community of channels talking to us about the unknown. I believe I've seen them with possibly I Want to Know, certainly with Unidentified S4. They've got some new videos here, so I'm just going to take the latest video. They put out a few yesterday. I'll put this into my catch-up list, and My Flock is Everywhere has some shorts videos. Let's see what they got here. They're getting into over a couple thousand views now. That will likely continue, and then when we get into live streams, they're doing these pretty frequently by the look of it as well. So they did one of these earlier. They did one yesterday, I think, or the day before, and they've got another couple coming up. I think one of them was meant to be yesterday, but we'll likely see one again shortly. In a couple of days, they're expecting to have this one next Wednesday by the look of it. So hopefully everybody will catch them for that. My Flock is Everywhere is now 547 subscribers, so they're more than halfway on the road to the magical 1K. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If anybody's still listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all. I've got room for another couple of channels before we have to go, and we'll hit that 3-hour mark, and then I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so that we can clean up our connections and before the stream runs out is what I mean to say. Abandon Exploring with Mike. I think this is the video that I was talking about. Is this the one? Yeah, Abandoned Synagogue. I said church, forgive me. I think this is the one. And I don't watch videos, but let me see if I can do something here. Was this the one? He was climbing through a tower or something. Maybe this wasn't the video. Maybe there was another one. Or I could be mistaken altogether. Forgive me for that if that's the case. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to hit the notification for the premiere they've got coming up on Sunday there as well. Abandoned Exploring with Mike, urban explorer of abandoned buildings in Yorkshire and surrounding areas. Always on the search for new and better places to explore. So they try to leave everything as they find it, of course. When we see the videos, we're going to find a bunch of the abandoned places that they've been to already. I'll be looking forward to catching up more with them as well. Live streams might be an idea that they'll pick up in the future. And when we look at the shorts videos, we're seeing that these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. Oh, so that was it. Yeah, I can't catch it with the thumbnail rolling over it there, but this was an example. There's a tower and there's something like that. I just noticed it because I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. He was doing two things that I don't do all at once. I don't like to be in really small places, and I don't like to do ladders. I'm assuming there was a ladder there, but he was climbing through it. I was watching it while I was working, but I was like, oh, it got like the chill for a second, right? And I'm looking forward to more from Abandoned Exploring Mike. 100 Proof Quilter is coming up, another recently found friend here in the Tuber Chat family. I think they've just been with us a couple of months so far. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. 478 subscribers, so they're getting close to the halfway mark on their journey towards the 1,000. And 100 Proof Quilter, I'm just going to grab your latest video. Some organizing of some scraps together. When we look at 100 Proof Quilter, they'll give you an idea of why they started their YouTube channel. I'll leave it to everybody to catch that when you get there. And we can see quite a bit. Unboxing videos here. Lots of stories to be told by the look of it, while some crafting and sewing might be going on. And then when we look at the shorts videos, we see that these are getting into well over 1,000 views, which is great. And live streaming is something that has been happening just about every week, just about. So hopefully these continue. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these. I don't think I've caught one yet. And 100 Proof Quilter has been with us frequently. I think they've been with us just about every day the last couple of weeks. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Canadian Family Life is up right now. They're here from New Brunswick, another fellow Canadian, and 465 subscribers right now. They're out supporting creators. This is another example of a channel. As soon as they found TuberChat, I'm assuming a month ago, but I feel like it's longer already, I see them out supporting people all the time everywhere. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this creator, Tiffany, behind this channel. A chicken pot pie from Swish LA. Interesting. I'm going to take this and put this into my catch-up list. That's another video to catch up on. And then they've got some delicious-looking content. This is cool. Taco Tuesday. I just watched that video. I think it was this morning, actually. I had that from Tuesday. And I said Taco Tuesday's an idea I think almost anybody can get behind, right? Absolutely. You're making me think. I don't like... I have a niece that loves tacos, so like her birthday, we know it's taco night when it's going to be her birthday. Occasionally at home, we'll do it. Kristen and Kira like tacos just as much as me or anybody else, so we'll often do that. I certainly prefer homemade tacos to anything like Taco Bell or Mighty Taco and things like that. I know those are different, but I'm lucky enough to have been to the States enough time to have been to Mighty Taco many times around Niagara Falls and Buffalo, but it's a little bit different than Taco Bell, but I don't ever make tacos when I'm, like, if it's just going to be me. You know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever actually even planned tacos. I can't remember for the life of me if I've ever had that or if it has to be somebody else's idea. But what a good idea. So hopefully everybody will check that out. Shorts videos as well, well over 1,000 views here, and you have to forgive me. I think it's just because I'm getting hungry, so I'm thinking about what am I going to do now. I got to go eat something in about 5 minutes here, so it might end up being tacos. And live streams, hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again very soon. I think that's Shanster Travels, isn't it? Yeah, this is what I mean. So many creators collaborating with each other, which is such a great thing. Mr. Fulton Mraz, let me know if you're still in the chat, please, if you happen to still be listening or hanging out. Together We Travel is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. This is another creator who's here with us every day, and it's taken the whole live stream to get to them, so we can see it actually can take 3 hours, literally. That might be a record for the longest. I think Together We Travel was here at the beginning of the live stream. 554 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're thinking about. Together We Travel is another creator I see out supporting others all the time. I'm not, you'll have to forgive me because I don't yet know how to pronounce that name. I'm hoping I can catch you on your channel saying it so that I don't mispronounce it. But these creators have been to a few different places, but more than a few. Hawaii, London, Iceland, Tahiti, and many, many more. So they're going to bring us a lot of that content in their channel as they continue their travels. I'm just going to take your Carnival Legend video. Oh, God, I'm so jealous. We're talking about cruising every day now, and it's been so long. I was on a cruise ship in 1996, if you can believe. When I say it's a long time ago, it's a long time ago. It was definitely a life-changing experience. Anybody who's been on a cruise knows that. But it was that long. So I see all these things. I've always been, for some reason, drawn to ships and stuff, even when I wasn't, you know, when I got that job, forgive my long story again, we're at the end of the stream now anyway, but when I was working in radio at a popular radio station in Toronto, and a call came in, and it wasn't for me, it was for somebody else, but we had a team of DJs and this and that, and the idea was who could go, because I was working as a producer in the station, but also as a nightclub DJ. And so the idea was, like, I got a phone call on Wednesday night, and they said, hey, do you know what a cruise ship is? And I said, yeah, I think it's one of those, like, big boats. Is that what you mean? Because we don't really have them. Not anywhere around me in Toronto, anyway. Our boats are really small. We call them boats, not ships, right? Because they're so much smaller. Ships are meant to be called ships. And so I got the call, do you know what a cruise ship is? Yeah. And then they said, okay, well, if you want to take off for 6 months, you're going to fly out on Saturday. So go get a passport and you better move it. And it's possible. When you have an urgent situation like that, you can. And I did. I took off and I went on this cruise ship from on Celebrity from Bermuda to New York every week for 4 months. Then I actually quit. And I know that might be hard to believe, but like anything else, as luxurious as it may seem, a job is a job. And it started to get to me over there. That's way too long of a speech for me to ever get into here. But it just had to do with broken equipment and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm tired of this. Let's just go. But it was an incredible 4 months, literally life-changing experience. But I'm happy to see all this content. But I feel myself flushed here while I'm talking about it, saying like, oh, I'm so jealous, because I know we got creators in the chat book and travel all the time, and we see so much of this content now, and I'm hoping that what it'll do is motivate me to get to the next cruise at some point, because I'd love to do that. So let's spin the wheel, and then we'll see who's next. It's going to be Lark's Homesteadish. I was wondering if Mr. Fulton Mraz was still there, but maybe not. And Lark's Homesteadish is somebody who's streaming just about every single day. As a matter of fact, you'll see what they've got going on their channel. These live streams, the live chicks baby cam, or the live baby chicks cam, is on not necessarily 24 hours a day, but for hours a day, and usually multiple times. So almost sometimes 24 hours a day. There's a lot to be able to see here. They've got some videos. I just took the latest one, put it in my catch-up list here. Shorts videos are popping into the thousands of views, which is great to see. And this is what I'm talking about. You see how many live streams. I've caught them for quite a few lately, but like, look at this, 11 hours, 10 hours, 7 hours. So very, very cool stuff. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. Forgive me if there's any channels that we did not get to. We're back again on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be a little bit later than usual. Sunday we're not sure about yet. And we are typically here 3 or 4 times a week. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA, and our moderators. I really do appreciate the help in keeping these things going. I certainly wouldn't be able to do it the way it's done if it wasn't for our moderators. And Scratch and Pete PA, of course, everybody sees the help that he gives and the support that he gives to everybody. So we'll see everybody again soon. I'll leave the stream running for 3 minutes. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.